the return of a Canadian institution. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling is back. Tell a friend. Sold out crowd shaking.
Thanks for pressing play on the Maurologue. Hey, remember when asking someone to prom was a simple, "Hey, wanna go?" And not an event requiring strategic planning, a film crew, and possibly a live animal? Well, times have changed, my friend. National Promposal Day, celebrated every March 11, is all about big gestures, whether it's a flash mob, a pun-covered sign, or enlisting a puppy to do the asking. Because who says no to a puppy? Today's the day to go big or go stag. Just maybe skip skywriting unless you're really sure about the answer. Now, I didn't have to worry about rejection. I took a mannequin to my prom back in 1987. And no, it wasn't Kim Cattrall. Google it, kids. Regarding grand gestures, colleges are taking a new approach to mental health. And no, it's not another overpriced wellness app. Some universities are literally prescribing art. Inspired by a recommendation from former U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy, schools like Stanford are offering social arts prescriptions, aka creative experiences like poetry slams, museum visits, and theater nights to help students combat loneliness. And you know what? It's working. A Stanford pilot program saw an 88% participation rate, a 20% increase in well-being, and a 16% decrease in loneliness. Because sometimes the best medicine isn't a pill, it's a painting, or a play, or a pottery class where you can recreate that ghost scene. Whatever works. And while we're on the subject of feeling good, let's talk about a medical milestone that helped millions chill out at the dentist. On this day in 1844, American dentist Horace Wells became the first to use nitrous oxide for anesthesia during a tooth extraction. Let's be honest, that discovery, well, it was life-changing. Now they give you laughing gas for the drilling and when they hand you the bill. Isn't that right, pal of the podcast? David the Goliath, a.k.a. DDG, DDS. By the way, March is Sleep Awareness Month, so if you needed a reason to prioritize rest, consider this your official permission slip. Sleep isn't just a nice to have, it is as crucial as diet and exercise for a healthy life. Sleep expert Annie Rogers from Emory School of Nursing has some sage advice. Keep a consistent bedtime. Cut off caffeine in the afternoon. And for the love of REM cycles, stop doom scrolling at 2 a.m. The ideal snooze zone? Well, it's cool, dark, and quiet. Think of it as a VIP lounge for your dreams. And while melatonin gets all the hype, the research, it's still iffy, so use it wisely. Bottom line, treat sleep like the MVP of self-care because no one makes great life choices running on fumes. Speaking of running on empty, parents of toddlers know that nap time is less of a routine and more of a high-stakes negotiation. Enter Sam Previte, the mom who took a page out of capitalism's playbook and introduced the Nap Fairy, a mystical figure who rewards successful naps with cold, hard cash, or at least a few shiny coins. Her daughter even got a unicorn piggy bank to stash her sleepy time earnings, turning nap time into a lesson in economics. And you know what? It's working because TikTok parents flooded her comments with praise, sharing their own pay-for-good behavior hacks from rewarding potty training wins to incentivizing bedtime reading. Experts say positive reinforcement can be great as long as you keep the rewards small and eventually phase them out. But let's be real, if a couple of quarters can buy you a peaceful afternoon, that's a deal any parent would take. Sticking with solid returns, this season's leading point getter in the National Hockey League, Nathan MacKinnon, just secured his spot in NHL history, becoming the 100th player to reach 1,000 career points. The Colorado Avalanche superstar notched 2 assists in a 3-0 win over the Chicago Blackhawks, joining franchise legends Burnaby Joe Sakic and Peter Stastny in the Avs 1,000-point club. He hit the milestone in just 856 games, making him the fourth fastest active player to do it. Well, from things happening on the ice baby to a guy who was ice cold when it came to dropping rap bars, if you've ever wanted to own a piece of Tupac's unreleased music, here's your chance. Moments in Time is selling handwritten lyrics in an audio capsule of tracks Pac wrote in 1990 and 1991. The songs were meant for a group called Jesse and the Kids, but never got released due to tragedy. Price tag? A cool $250,000. But if you actually want to put them out into the world, you'll need to negotiate with Tupac's estate, which, let's be honest, might be tougher than coming up with the cash. All right, let's rewind to March 11, 1810, when Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte married Marie-Louise of Austria, except he didn't actually show up. Instead, he sent a stand-in to take his place. Yep, Napoleon basically invented Love is Blind 2 centuries before Netflix. Who knew? As for those who say their wedding was the best day of their life, well, you've clearly never had 2 candy bars fall down at once from a vending machine. Today's Morovation comes from the legendary Toni Morrison, who reminded us, if you have some power, then your job is to empower somebody else. Power isn't just about holding on. It's about passing it on, lifting others up, and making a difference. So, who can you empower today? And that's a wrap on the Maurologue. Like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, hold the door open for someone today. Stay strong, stay kind, and keep fighting the good fight.